Introduction: the unseen forces guiding our lives. We go through life making choices, or so we think, but how much of what we do is truly a conscious decision? What if I told you many actions are driven by habits we barely notice? These hidden patterns shape our lives more than we realize. This isn't about habits like brushing our teeth or morning coffee. This is about deeper forces. These habits shape our reactions, beliefs, and the paths we take. They're the autopilot of our minds. This essay will explore these hidden habits. We will uncover how they form, why they're so powerful, and most importantly, how we can gain control. Once we understand these forces, we can start to make real, lasting change. Section 1. The power of tiny decisions. Every day we make countless small decisions, seemingly insignificant choices that shape our path. Do we take the stairs or the elevator? Do we reach for a healthy snack or a sugary treat? These choices seem trivial, but their cumulative effect is profound. These tiny decisions create momentum. Each choice, however small, reinforces a neural pathway in our brain, making it more likely we'll make the same choice again. Over time, these pathways become ingrained habits, shaping our behavior without us even realizing it. Imagine a river carving its path through rock. Each drop of water seems insignificant, yet over time, their collective force shapes the landscape. Similarly, our seemingly small decisions carve the channels of our habits, directing the flow of our lives. This is the subtle power of tiny decisions. Take the example of saving money. Deciding to save a small amount each day might seem inconsequential at first. However, this small act, repeated consistently, builds a habit of financial responsibility. Over time, this habit can lead to significant financial security, proving that even the smallest choices can have a huge impact. Section 2. The comfort zone conundrum. Our brains are wired to seek comfort and avoid discomfort. This primal instinct drives many of our habits, leading us to gravitate towards the familiar and shy away from the unknown. This is the comfort zone, a psychological safe space where we feel secure and in control. While the comfort zone offers a sense of security, it can also become a trap, limiting our growth and potential. When we consistently choose the easy path, we avoid challenges and new experiences that could lead to personal growth. The comfort zone becomes a self-imposed boundary, restricting our horizons. Imagine a lobster trapped in a cage. The cage represents our comfort zone, offering a sense of security but limiting our movement. To grow, we must be willing to break free from the cage, to embrace discomfort and explore the vast ocean of possibilities beyond. Stepping outside our comfort zone can be daunting, but it is essential for personal development. Whether it's trying a new activity, speaking up in a meeting, or taking on a new challenge, each step outside our comfort zone expands our boundaries and opens us up to new opportunities. Embracing discomfort is the key to unlocking our true potential. Section 3. Mirror, the habit of social reflection. Humans are social creatures, wired to connect and belong. This deep-seated need drives us to look to others for cues on how to behave, think, and even feel. We unconsciously mirror the actions and beliefs of those around us, shaping our own habits in the process. This social reflection is a powerful force, shaping our perceptions and influencing our choices. We are more likely to adopt habits that are prevalent in our social circles, whether it's a style of dress, a way of speaking, or even a political belief. This mirroring effect highlights the profound influence our social environment has on our behavior. Consider the example of fitness habits. If you surround yourself with people who prioritize exercise and healthy eating, you're more likely to adopt similar habits. Conversely, if your social circle is more sedentary, you might find yourself falling into similar patterns. This illustrates how our social environment acts as a mirror, reflecting and influencing our own habits. Being aware of this mirroring effect is crucial. It allows us to consciously choose our social circles, surrounding ourselves with people who embody the values and habits we aspire to cultivate. By actively shaping our social environment, we can leverage the power of social reflection to our advantage, fostering positive habits and personal growth. Section 4. Anchoring our reality, the power of first impressions. Our brains are wired to make quick judgments, forming first impressions that can have a lasting impact on our perceptions. This cognitive bias, known as anchoring, causes us to rely heavily on the first piece of information we receive, anchoring our subsequent judgments to that initial impression. Anchoring plays a significant role in shaping our habits. The first experience we have with a particular activity or situation can create a powerful anchor, influencing our future interactions with it. If our first experience is positive, we are more likely to engage in that activity again. However, if the initial impression is negative, we might develop an aversion to it, shaping our habits accordingly. Imagine your first experience trying a new sport. If you find it enjoyable and rewarding, you are more likely to continue playing. However, if you find it frustrating or difficult, you might develop a negative association, making it less likely you'll pick up the sport again. This illustrates how first impressions can create powerful anchors, influencing our future choices and habits. Understanding the power of anchoring allows us to be more mindful of our first experiences. By consciously seeking positive first impressions, we can set the stage for developing beneficial habits. Whether it's trying a new food, starting a new hobby, or meeting new people, approaching these experiences with a positive mindset can create anchors that encourage positive habits and enrich our lives. Section 5. The echo chamber effect, our information filters. We live in a world saturated with information, bombarded with news, opinions, and perspectives from countless sources. To navigate this information overload, our brains develop filters, unconsciously selecting the information that aligns with our existing beliefs and biases. This creates an echo chamber effect, reinforcing our existing views and limiting our exposure to alternative perspectives. The echo chamber effect has a profound impact on our habits. By filtering the information we consume, we create a self-perpetuating cycle, reinforcing our existing beliefs and habits while neglecting alternative viewpoints. This can lead to intellectual stagnation, hindering personal growth and limiting our understanding of the world. Imagine a social media feed filled only with content that confirms your existing beliefs. While comforting, this echo chamber limits your exposure to different perspectives and ideas, hindering your ability to grow and evolve. Breaking free from this echo chamber requires actively seeking out diverse viewpoints and challenging your own assumptions. To counteract the echo chamber effect, we must actively seek out diverse perspectives, engaging with information that challenges our existing beliefs. This might involve reading news from various sources, listening to podcasts with differing viewpoints, or engaging in conversations with people who hold different opinions. By breaking free from the echo chamber, we expand our understanding of the world and create opportunities for personal growth. Section 6. The narrative bias, stories we tell ourselves. Our brains are natural storytellers, constantly weaving narratives to make sense of the world around us. These narratives, while often helpful, can also create biases, influencing our perceptions and shaping our habits. This is the narrative bias, the tendency to interpret information in a way that fits our pre-existing narratives, even if it means ignoring contradictory evidence. The narrative bias plays a significant role in shaping our habits. We often develop narratives about ourselves, our capabilities, and our limitations. These narratives can become self-fulfilling prophecies, influencing our choices and shaping our habits. If we believe we are incapable of achieving something, our actions will likely reflect that belief, reinforcing the negative narrative. Imagine a student who believes they are bad at math. This narrative can become a self-fulfilling prophecy, leading the student to avoid math challenges, ultimately reinforcing their belief. Breaking free from this negative narrative requires challenging the underlying belief and actively seeking experiences that contradict the narrative. Becoming aware of our internal narratives is crucial. By identifying the stories we tell ourselves, we can start to challenge their validity and rewrite them if necessary. This might involve reframing our beliefs about ourselves, focusing on our strengths, and actively seeking experiences that contradict limiting narratives. By rewriting our internal narratives, we can create new possibilities and unlock our true potential. Section 7. Harnessing the power of habits. Habits are not inherently good or bad. They are simply automated behaviors, learned patterns that free up our cognitive resources for other tasks. This automation can be incredibly powerful, allowing us to perform complex actions without conscious effort. The key lies in harnessing this power for positive change. To change our habits, we must first understand their underlying structure. Every habit follows a loop. A cue triggers the routine, which leads to a reward. By identifying the cue, routine, and reward of a particular habit, we can start to modify it. We can change the cue, disrupt the routine, or substitute the reward, gradually reshaping the habit. Imagine wanting to develop a daily exercise habit. The cue could be setting out your workout clothes the night before. The routine is the actual exercise session. The reward could be the feeling of accomplishment and the release of endorphins. By consciously crafting this loop, you can make exercise a regular part of your life. Changing habits takes time and effort, but it is possible. By understanding the habit loop, setting realistic goals, and tracking our progress, we can gradually reshape our behavior. It's about making small, incremental changes, consistently reinforcing the desired behavior until it becomes automatic. Conclusion: mastering the autopilot. Our lives are shaped by countless unseen forces, habits that steer our decisions and influence our behavior. These hidden patterns, formed through repetition and reinforcement, become the autopilot of our minds, guiding our actions without conscious thought. Understanding these forces is crucial for taking control of our lives and shaping our own destinies. By recognizing the power of tiny decisions, stepping outside our comfort zones, and becoming aware of our social reflections, we can start to dismantle limiting habits and cultivate positive ones. We must challenge our first impressions, break free from echo chambers, and rewrite the narratives that hold us back. This is the journey of self-discovery, a continuous process of understanding and reshaping the forces that guide our lives. Mastering the autopilot is not about eliminating habits altogether. It's about understanding their power and harnessing it for positive change. By becoming aware of our habits, we can consciously choose the patterns we want to reinforce, shaping our lives with intention and purpose. This is the power of habit, a force we can learn to control and utilize for personal growth and fulfillment.